Hey guys, my name's Emina and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a what's on my iPhone video. And if you guys want to find out what I use to edit my thumbnails and my Instagram photos, make sure you watch the entire video because I do reveal those apps as well. I have an iPhone 8, but it works perfectly fine. Won't if I keep dropping it. I'm happy with it just because it works. There's nothing really wrong with it. So I'm just gonna go through my apps and show you guys what I got. So I'm going to start off with like my actual phone and phone case. I have a clear phone case that I got off of Amazon, and I put my boyfriend and my picture in the background. However, I also have like this gross tacky tape over Jordan Bennington's signature, and I'm kind of just waiting for the tape to fall off because it's so chipped that I don't even care if the signature literally comes off. I have my memories and that's good enough for me, but I don't know if you can tell Will and I are in the back there. Of course, when you unlock my screen, the first thing you see is my boyfriend and I. My boyfriend is my background. I am that tacky girlfriend like that. Oops. I only have 2 slides on my phone. The first one is just the generic stuff that I technically don't use. I do use my alarm clocks, and Will hates it a lot, but I actually like setting my alarm clocks on not like a 0 or 5 number, if that makes any sense. So I have random alarm clocks, and Will absolutely despises me for it. I do use my notes. I list my birthday gift ideas for Will in there, and I also IOUs and things like that. I do use Maps instead of like Google Maps. I know a lot of people download that. I don't. I like this one a lot better. The last thing I use on this is my reminders, which it reminds me to take my baby no-no pill, which I write as Mike Wazowski because I don't want people knowing, but since everyone knows now, oh well. That's pretty much it though. I also use Find My iPhone, or like Find My Friends technically, because St. Louis is a dangerous place to live, my friends, so it's good to have that backup. Moving on to my next slide. So I have my apps arranged by color. It's just a way for my brain to visually remember where everything is, and then my fingers can just get very quick at remembering where everything is. So I'm gonna start off with the reds. I have Pinterest, YouTube, Gmail, BOFA, which is Bank of America, YouTube Studio, which if you don't have, it's probably because you're either not a YouTuber or you just haven't thought about getting it. If you are a YouTuber, it's awesome. It tells you everything you need to know in correspondence to your videos, your watch time, your hours, etc. I have Walgreens because that's the app I use to print out photos. Poshmark is an app where you can just sell your clothes, but I am currently on hold just because of the corona and everything. Netflix and TikTok, and Fonto. Fonto is an app that I use to make my thumbnails. It's one of them at least. This is where I start off with a plain image and I scale it to however big I need it, which is the thumbnail size for YouTube. And then I send it over onto a different app and come back onto Fonto because this is where I actually have my text for my thumbnails. So that is actually all of my red app. My pinky apps, I have Instagram. Flow is my period tracker app. I have T-Mobile Tuesdays, which if you don't know what that is, you're either not a T-Mobile carrier or you don't even know it exists. But if you are a T-Mobile carrier, you can download this app, and every Tuesday they're going to give you free stuff. So I'm waiting for this Walgreens free 8x10 print so I can print that out. Super excited. Preview is a Instagram organizer app, and I am pretty crazy enough to have this app just because I want to see how all of my pictures look together on Instagram, because I do have a theme, or I try to have a theme. So I'm trying to see how my orange and blue hues work together because that is my Instagram theme. So before I post a picture, I will go on this preview app and I will check how it looks before I post it. You can also put up multiple pictures on this app and then reorganize them if you have not posted them yet on Instagram to see what order looks best as well. But I'm not that insane. I just, if I have multiple pictures that I want to put in a carousel, I'll see which picture looks best on top. Maybe I am that crazy. I don't know. Okay, we have an intermission because I want some Starbursts. This is going to determine what kind of day I'm having. Please be pink. Unboxing. Oh, I see an orange. Okay, I got an orange and a red. Red's not too bad, but I really wanted pink. Okay, I guess my day's gonna be mediocre. Ow. Ow, these are really hard. My last app in the pinks is Heartbeat. So Heartbeat is a campaigning app if you are an influencer or if you want to start becoming one. You basically take a bunch of surveys and the brands are going to see what best would correspond with you, and then they throw out campaigns for you. So if you do whatever they ask you to do, they're either going to give you a payment of $10 or the product. And depending on what the product is, sometimes that is worth it. It's a side hustle, but it's not that big of a side hustle. My green apps, I have WhatsApp, which is kind of like Viber. I have Spotify. I have Google Maps. I said I don't use it, which is why it's like offloaded off my phone right now. I have Starbucks. I have Retouch because TikTok made me buy this, and it doesn't really remove it like that well. Okay, well, how I just did it won't remove it that well. Go. I think it just called me out. This app I did pay for in the App Store. Hulu, and then Superimpose is also one of my other editing apps that I sometimes use to make my thumbnails. Basically, you have a background photo. This is my background, and then you import a foreground, and then you can mask it and do whatever. It's awesome if you want to edit your photos and if you actually know how to do it. This one is a paid app, so I would only suggest purchasing it if you know how to work it or if you're really willing to learn how to work it. Moving on to my blue, I don't know why I keep tapping out. I have Lightroom. So Lightroom is where I actually edit all of my colors on my photos for both Instagram and my YouTube thumbnails. So I'm going to actually reset this photo. I'm going to reset all so you can tell that this is what the picture looked like before, and then when I applied my preset, this is what it looked like, and I think it looks so much prettier afterwards. I have a preset that pulls out orange and blue hues. I mentioned that earlier, but there are so many presets that you can find either for pay on Etsy, or you can even find some free ones. You just have to kind of look into it on Google. Lightroom has a bunch of other things that you can mess around with, but I really only mess around with the color, and I use other apps to mess around with little minor details. I have Reports Plus. So in Reports Plus, you can see followers lost, who unfollowed you. You can unfollow them directly from the app, which I really like because you don't have to pay for that feature, while other apps you do have to pay for certain features like that. So I definitely recommend this app, and it hasn't hacked me, so that's also a plus. I have Tasty, which is a super awesome app as well. I don't know how to cook or bake, but I really like watching these recipes. And the best part about this recipe app is that you can see what people did when they made them. You can see their tips and photos as well. And they'll say like, oh, add less sugar, or I used this instead, and it's really, really helpful. I have Facebook Messenger because you can't see Facebook messages from Safari, which is so stupid. Venmo, LinkedIn, Disney Plus, GoPro. So I do film on a GoPro now. So I have the GoPro app because you can like start your video from this app, and I'm not going to go in it because you're going to see me, but yeah. And then I have Quick, which is also a GoPro editing app, but I'm probably honestly going to delete it just because I haven't been using it a lot and I really don't see a point in it anyways, because I edit all my stuff on my laptop. And I have vidIQ, which is super awesome if you're a YouTuber because you can check your stats. You can see top search terms for your channel, which mine of course is St. Louis University, which I already knew. You can see your most popular videos. If you're a YouTuber, you definitely want to keep tabs on SEO because it's gonna help make or break your channel, and it's gonna get your videos up there if you know how to incorporate SEO into your videos. And then we have Purple, which is Viber. Viber is just an international messaging app, so I message a lot of my European friends on this app. And then PixArt, I use PixArt for my thumbnails the most. I'm just gonna import a stupid picture, and I add a photo, and then I mask that photo and do a bunch of stuff with it and outline, etc. And if you guys want a certain video on how I actually make my thumbnails and my cover art and all that stuff, I can do that in a whole separate video. But PixArt is definitely one of the top apps that I use in creating those. Moving on to white, I have VSCO, which I have not used VSCO in such a long time. I know people edit their photos in VSCO. I do not. And also when I do post on VSCO, my profile is actually artsy. Like, I usually post travel photos. Those are all my photos. I mean, low-key proud. But I haven't posted since like last summer. Facetune, I do use Facetune to edit my photos. So this was my 30-day song challenge photo that I imported, and I can tell right away that I whitened my hoodie just so it can bring out the colors. And then I also do stuff usually to my face. If I have acne, I smoothen it out a little bit. I detail stuff so that it pops out at you. And this app is like pretty expensive, but I use it so much, especially for Instagram and my thumbnails, that to me it was definitely worth it. This app, Fonts, I never go into, and the point is for you not to go into it, but it's actually a keyboard attacher which you can attach in your settings. But you have your normal, and then you have certain emojis, yeah, and then certain fonts. So definitely awesome. This is the only game I have on my phone, so I don't know if it's called Nonogram, but oh wait, I didn't do the second day. You basically get like this puzzle, and some of them are bigger than this, so they're more complicated, but you have to fill in the squares. So, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Well, since we know that. Yeah, sometimes I mess up. So in the end, you get a pretty picture. Lastly, I have my school apps. So these are obviously not arranged by color. I just have them in a separate folder for school. Navigate allows us to see our class schedule and also make appointments with professors and advisors, etc. In this app, I really like looking at my schedule view so I can like see it in that kind of manner, because my eyes like seeing visually like this. If you're a SLU student, definitely download Navigate. I also have Google Drive, GroupMe, Blackboard is what we use instead of Canvas. It's offloaded because I don't give a shit anymore. And Rate My Professor is what we use to see what people say about certain professors at our school. If your school does it too, definitely download it, but don't trust every single comment. Some professors are worth the risk for sure. And then I have Snapchat in the bottom right corner of my phone. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!